Welcome to the channel and this relaunch of my Rome campaign for Dividi Et Impera 1.2.2. Now I'm very aware that some of you don't like long introductions, so there is a timestamp in the video description if you want to jump straight into the gameplay. Having said that, I have done a separate introduction video for this series which will be uploaded at the same time as this video. So if you want to more detail in the background of the series, and I've also given a bit of a top level overview of the 1.2.2 release, just go and watch that video, guys. I wouldn't say it's interesting, but it gives you more background to why I stopped the first Let's Play of this Rome and then decided to restart. So I think we're just going to get straight into it, guys. And of course we're going to be playing Rome. And you can see Rome will rule the world. It is her destiny and always has been. The Roman legions +1 recruitment slot for all your provinces. Bread and circus +1 food for all provinces. And I think this immediately plunges you into the strategy for Rome. With Rome, it's a very aggressive play style, because effectively what you're going to be doing is going out and rebuilding the Roman Empire. So it's not about being friendly with your neighbours, except for when there's a diplomatic advantage. It's about conquest. And that defines very much the play style of Rome. Just to emphasize that, guys, what we'll do is we'll go into here and look at the victory conditions. You can see here we've got to control 90 settlements by direct ownership or through client states, completely control the following 6 provinces in either direct ownership or through client states and military allies, and that's Italia, Magna Graecia, Aquitania, High Sudan, which I think is out in the east around Persia, Africa and Britannia. So those provinces effectively kind of get you to go out and recreate the Roman Empire, and that's exactly what I want to do in this campaign, with maybe a little bit extra as well. And of course we're definitely going to have 180 military units, and the Navy will be playing quite a big role in this campaign, because we've got to cross the Mediterranean and to Britannia, and of course we will need the support of our navies. Now, when I started this campaign back in August 2017, if you're watching this in the future, I'm actually recording this in September 2017. I started as a Junii simply because they've probably got the best traits from the perspective of fighting as Rome. However, with this campaign we are going to be Julia. The reason for that is that with the historical characters element added with 1.2.2, we will be getting, or should be getting, historical characters from Rome joining our family. And Julia is the family that led to Caesar, Nero and all the emperors. Now I'm not saying we're going to get them, guys, because I've got no idea who is in the list of family characters, but I really like the idea of having armies led by characters from history, and hopefully one of them will get to the top and lead the faction. So we may in the late game have an actual emperor from Rome leading our faction. I think that would be really, really cool. So we're going to be playing the Julia, and of course their traits are not that bad. I mean, they're barbarian subduers. They got plus 10% melee attack during battles against barbarian tribes. That would be quite useful, but obviously we're not always going to be fighting barbarian tribes. It says we're cultural oppressors, plus 25% public order penalties due to the presence of foreign cultures. That will give us a little bit of a problem, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem to organise. And of course we got this nice trait here, which is compensation, which is romanization, which is +4 cultural conversion. So that means when we're expanding we will automatically have the +4 cultural conversion. That will offset the local cultural influence that is often there forever. So that will give us a little bit of a leg up. Now obviously the start date is 278 BC and the recommended difficulty is normal, but I'm going to play on hard simply because I want to enjoy the campaign. I want a challenge, but at the same time I want to be able to explore the different buildings that are available to Rome, and also the multitude of auxiliary units that are available. I don't want to get trapped into building stock armies because of the way the economy works, and I think that about covers the introduction, guys. So I think what we're going to do now is get into the game. Well, here we are, guys. This is the introduction. The audio is disabled because it doesn't match the vanilla start, and he's kind of given us a tour, but I hope you paid attention to where that position of the Etruscan army is. And of course over here now we've got Carthage, not the Etruscan League. And well, I think that's long enough for you guys to read it. We'll just stop it. And of course we've got the standard objective issued, which is completely control 3 provinces in either by direct ownership or through client states and military allies. And what I do want to check first before I start anything, guys, I've just had a horrible thought. Yep, we've got large unit sizes. The reason I'm checking is when I started my Rome campaign the first time, I was actually on smaller unit sizes because I'd been messing around. So here we are, guys, we are on the map. Now, any of you familiar with the vanilla game or Divinity Et Impera 1.1, you will notice there's some differences, and the two differences is, one, this is the Imperator Augusta map, not the vanilla map. So there's extra settlements like Aculum here, and also I think down here now this is a separate province from down here in Syracuse, where I think in the vanilla game this is one province, or one province. And the other, also the big difference is that we've got the Etruscan League here, but they're not over here. And of course we've got the biggest bugbear of all, we've got Epirus down here that actually captures Tarsus. Now that's the biggest problem. I mean, what I'm going to do now is talk a little bit of strategy, guys. Now this is the starting position. You can see Epirus is here. They have quite a strong army here. So what we're going to have to try and do is take out the Etruscan League as quickly as possible, because if we ignore them, they will build an army up, and then invariably they will come over and push down this way. And what we need to do is kind of secure and stabilize this northern province first, and then we're going to have to the focus has to be on dealing with the Epirus here, driving them out of Italy, and that has to be our first objective. Once that's done, we can then consider, do we go down here, expand against Carthage, although it's worth noting that Carthage is our only friend at the moment, or do we push across into Greece and destroy Epirus? The final option is to come up here and grab Cisalpine up here to basically give a strong bulwark against barbarians coming down, and to me that's my first option. But we will see how it goes, because there's always the random elements in the game. And I think what we're going to do first is have a quick look at our faction. And of course we're playing Julia, and of course our general is in Constantia, which could be a bit of a problem. And what have you here? Oh, you've got 10% chance of wounding agents in self-defense, 5% hostile battle actions. He's a statesman. -22 public order penalties due to local presence, 10% foreign occupation. That could be useful. So we start with 4 generals, and Quintus Aemilius Pappus, which is another reason why starting as junior is quite useful, in the fact that he's going to fight the first battle, and at the moment we've got the edge, which in theory means that we're barely known, but we don't have penalties. Although one thing you have to be careful when you play as Rome and you have all your family generals fighting, if this gets too high, what will happen is, if I can find it, you run the risk of a civil war. And I just want to have a quick look at now your rank here, you're a family, you're a consul, you're a predator, and you're a consul, so, and you're a quaestor. Now what I will say, guys, is see where it says political rank here. This button is actually inactive in Divinity Et Impera 1.2, because what actually happens now is, if you're, and this is the kind of contrast, that you need your generals to get out here and fight, because it's only by winning battles do they get promotions. It's like the Roman system, you know, come back the conquering hero, and you progress up the political ranks. And that's something to remember, that you've got to fight. You can't no longer get political promotion by money, although it says cost 2,300 for action, but it doesn't actually work that way. Although they may take the money, I wouldn't be surprised, because there's bound to be a bit of bribery and corruption in there. Anyway, so I've got digressed, guys. So we've got consul, which gives these guys, because these have all got political rank, these guys have very, very good stats. See here, and we're also a tactician, a circumspect. This is not going to cost us money. Yeah, I just want to have a quick look at these because I'm going to have to recruit a general. You're egotist. You're Cornelia. You're a consul. You're unjust. A public order. You're great. That's not going to help much. Oh well, this offsets this, and you've got a watch goose. Okay. Oh, well, you've got a bit more public order there. Do you have any? So you obviously don't. And what's this guy? You've got chance of making enemy secrets, calm, upkeep. You're plus 2% upkeep, but you're a quester. But you've got minus 5 upkeep, so that one offsets the other. Okay. And this is one of the things that you actually need to consider, guys. Now, what I am going to do is get these armies in position, because I do want to wage war as quickly as possible. So we're going to get this army recruited, because we're going to come up here and bash the Etruscans immediately. And I think what I want is we're going to get a couple of these, and we're going to get some slingers. I don't think I can get any more. And what I want is my agent down here to keep an eye on the Epirus, because in here will be an army somewhere around here. I can't remember now. There it is. And you can see here we've got elephants, and a cavalry unit. That 7333. I mean, it's not a massive army, but it will be a pain in the neck. The slingers, the 190 range, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. And what I'm going to do is bring my general up here, simply because the first thing that the Epirus always seems to want to do when you start this campaign is come up here and attack Baventium. Now, if you're going to lose a settlement, lose Contentia, not Baventium, because if the Epirus gets control of here, your kind of regions are separated, and then they will come down here, and then you will lose the whole province. So, and I think what we're going to do is I'm going to get some troops into here just to build this army up a bit. And I think, well, that's all the military movements we got. Let's have a quick look at our guy here. You're an overseer. You got plus 3% tax, 2% construction, 1% empire maintenance. So that's not a big issue this early in the game. And I think we're just going to deploy him here. And you've got negative public order. I'm certainly going to expand that, and I certainly want that, and I want that. And I'm going to go straight for workshop, because if we've got to capture here, artillery will be very, very useful. And I think we'll get some food in here, and I think that's all I'm going to spend on this turn. I think if I'm going to build anything here, it's going to be in Baventium, and I think we'll get could get olive for cash. What's the culture like here at the moment? We've got a cultural influence of 6 against 7 and 4. Okay, we're going to need to get a temple in here as quickly as possible to keep things converted. And we've got a little bit more cash. Okay, let's expand that. And what can I get in here? How's the culture in here? They've got 10 against 4. Italian. The Italian is due to the Etruscan League. I think what I would like to do, we've got Roman Hamlet salt here. Food isn't brilliant, but we started the farm. Wow. Trying to think, guys, what we got here. Fishing boats, 120 wealth. I think let's go for the fishing boats just to get things going. And we got a little bit of cash, and what I would like to do is start taking up Arretium. to build up the garrison here to defend against the barbarians up there. Of course, we're going to look at a little bit of diplomacy. See, Carthage likes us. Now, one of the kind of traits of Divide et Impera is, oh, you're aggressive, reliable. You actually like us a bit more, so can we get us trade with you? Nope. But we got trade with the Manasilla. This is aggressive, reliable. Nope. Okay, who's at war with who? We're at war with Epirus and the Etruscan League. Carthage is at war with the Epirus as well. Masilla, you're not at war with anyone. You're not at war with anyone. Oh, I've only got 100. Okay. Oh well, I was going to offer them a bit of cash just to keep them happy, but obviously I can't afford that. But I will. What I am going to do is, I can't. Right, I've got my 2 free generals here, and these are the 2 family generals. So what we're going to do is, we've got +3 gravitas, +4 gravitas. Okay. And the reason I've raised this guy is simply, one, that he will assist with this army when I attack, and he will also then be used as a recruitment army stroke public order army once I've actually managed to get things there. And of course we've got to do the public order thing. And I think what I'm going to do is what I always do, is, where is it? Go for dignitaries, so that I can get a second dignitary recruited, because at the moment, if I come in here, it says I can't recruit dignitaries. And if I could click on that, I think I would have 2. I think I'm entitled to 2. I think it comes in here. Yep, I'm entitled to 2 governors here. So we're just going to go for an end turn. And we'll be ready for our first battle. We got household expands. Okay. Household expands, pet snake. War declared between the, yep. And we got a reasonable collection of troops. And for once, Epirus did not actually advance. I'm just going to bring this agent down. Normally they come up to here, but obviously this time they've decided to recruit by the look of it. Yep, they're recruiting, which is going to be a pain in the neck. We've got this army here, but of course, the first thing we're going to do, first order of business.
You have further orders?
Get our up to here. And wow, we're attacking the army just for the fun of it. Okay, the auto resolve doesn't really give us anything in our edge, but we've got the better troops, so we're gonna have to fight this. And I think this is one of the characteristics when you fight Rome, that you need to fight against the odds and actually get out on the battlefield. Don't kind of rely on the auto resolve as an indicator of whether you can win and lose if you actually fight the battle manually. We've got the better troops. We've got probably a little, well, we're definitely going to have cavalry superiority, so we can kind of get stuck into this, guys. Right, let's start the deployment, and they're going to be up on this hill, and I think, oops. And what I'm going to do is actually just form this army up, actually. Going to have the levy slingers in front. And what I want is my Terrari behind in blocks. But I want them to be separated. And then we're going to have the Terrari on that side and the Principes on this side. Again, in a little bit of a block, but slightly behind. General, you're going to come up here. We've got our other general who's going to come in behind. To select that, and we're going to just advance now. What they will probably have is defences, so I don't want to rush ahead too far.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah. Because up here somewhere is they will have deployables out, or there we are. Got some deployables there. We always look for the bitumen fence, so that means here there are spike traps. You can just see them. And what I want to do is kind of draw this army across their own defences if possible. The way to do that is to try and get the height, advantage of height. Okay. And I'm going to go slowly because I want my other general up, and plus I want all these troops in position, ready for the onslaught when it arrives. Okay. Triare. General in here. Okay. Right, they've come across their own defences, like the idiots that they are. Okay. Just edge them forward a little bit further. Hey, what are you doing? Okay. Start moving these guys forward. Right. These guys are coming in. Bring these guys back. Right. Right. Follow the square. And around the back. They're quite wisely hanging back with their troops. Get this general out this way. Get the slingers out on this rank. Warm square. Get this guy over here. Get this general in. There's pits here, so what we're going to have to do is kind of come up here and then in on these guys.
Our general is under attack.
Okay. General stood around doing nothing. Get these guys here. Okay. These are citizens. Pull away, pull away. Right, out the square. In the back. Levy slingers this way. These velites. General pull away. These into light equites, get in with the charge. Get through here, chase these guys off. Right. You guys get in the charges here. Okay. Okay, break away. Okay, across here. So I knew it was going to be a tough battle. Okay, other general over here. These guys are wavering. Okay, let's get these generals together. Okay. Okay, keep hitting them. General out. Over here.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Right, they're going down, breaking. And into these guys.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Quite a lot of good those slingers were, weren't there? Okay, generals back out. Come on, break the boogers, break them. Right, got a break starting now. And you guys grind on these. General here, you break out this way. Right, break off. Chase these guys. You guys form up. General fall back. You come into the back of these. Wait, you're all over the battlefield. And you're dying. Okay. Back. Wow. Like these guys are breaking. Break this general off and go after these Italian slingers. Right, these guys are breaking.
We await orders.
These guys in here. Right, these guys are nearly dead. They're wavering.
General, to arms.
Okay, you guys get over here.
General.
Cavalry to. Okay, I've never used cavalry to.
Commander, at your service.
Okay,
Orders. Arretium. Commander.
guys are fighting to the death, aren't they? Right, these guys are broken.
Quickly now.
Right, you come in and support this general. Yeah, probably tired. Yep. Right, in on these guys. Right,
Battle is turning in our favor.
that should be it. There now. Let's hit these from the back. Generals in. That general's breaking. You guys just keep hitting. Their general's broken. Yes, one. Whew, that was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be, guys. Got deployed. We lost 612. We lost 6 to friendly fire. You can see all my units are basically damaged. But that was a lot tougher. But in theory, we should get some regeneration from this. And of course, we're just going to occupy. And we got Quintus Aemilius Pappus, it's rank 2, the faction. These guys are destroyed, and we've now got this field of Mars, which eventually, once we've got this, we will convert to an auxiliary camp. And what I'm going to do is get this army moving back, because he's obviously damaged. And we're gonna, these guys are going to merge, but we're going to merge these guys up so that I don't waste time. And we'll recruit a couple more Hastati, and got a little bit of cash. And of course, what we are going to go for is Knight Commander, which is the key to this campaign, or any campaign. And I think what we're going to do is get, if I can get a couple more cheap and cheerful units down here, because the next task now is to draw out the Epirus, which is going to be pretty tough, guys. But if we can get this army back, we'll be okay. And of course, we need it for an entire province. And I think what I'm going to go for is bread and games for the moment, just to get this public order sorted out. And obviously, we're going to have a public order issue here, so we're going to go for the next turn, guys. Hidden agent exposed, yes. And what's actually happened is that the Epirus army has sneaked up over here, and what we're going to do is embark on a little bit of, I think we're still provisions,
Ready for battle.
and it's been inflicting on stolen positions. Their loss is your gain. Okay. And military sabotage. The army cannot reinforce. The army can only move half its normal range. Right.
At your
And
command.
what we're going to do is bring this army up
Garrison.
into
Ready for battle.
Baventium, because, and of course what we're going to do is start moving this army south,
At your command.
and
Destination reached. Hunger for battle.
this guy, I think you can just go and hang around here and refurbish, take advantage of the population here. He can't patrol, but maybe if he no, it doesn't make any difference if he's inside the settlement, so you can just come out. And of course what we are going to do is recruit some more pretty cheap troops here. We've got 3 sets of slingers, and maybe we'll get another Hastati in this army, because we do need to push on Ethras as fast as possible. I think we're doing okay from this perspective, so let's go for an intern. And of course we've got some skills for our agent. Chance of evading the enemy, critical success, campaign movement range when accompanying general. I think I might need that, and I think we will have that increase our chance of a critical success. And we're going to enter an intern. Right, disruption, spread cultural tension, got an increase in rank,
Ready for orders.
and one more turn and you're going to have artillery. That's going to be useful. But we're going to bring this army down here, because if this army, and what I'm actually going to do is move this army.
Is that all?
Actually, no. You stay in the city for the moment. Hopefully if these guys, I can't tell if these, yeah, you could move. What we might be able to do is get these guys inside their fort if they stay, if I can actually knock that out. Obviously we got horrendous public order issues, but there's not much I can do about it. And actually what I am going to do is bring this general back down here. He can't seem to move very far, because one more turn and he will be able to recruit some artillery. And to that end I'm actually going to keep the cash quite low at the moment. I think what we're going to do is take Baventium up and spend the cash on that, and we're going to go for an intern. Got our guys here.
To serve Rome.
What we can get here: chance of zeal, public orator, wealth and culture, cultural conversion. I think that we'll go with that, just to get the culture really going in our home provinces. Right, new political faction. After serving as a consul, this man has been extended to the series to the Senate. So both of them. So here research plea, we're now researching scholarship, agent exposed. And if I come in here now, what you will see is our faction leader is now a pro-consul, and Pappus is now a pro-consul as well. So if I come here now, his next rank up will be a censor. So these guys are gaining rank now. What I would like is, okay, and what I want to do is try and engage.
I'm afraid we cannot.
Hopefully we'll be able to attack, because if we can destroy this army we can push straight on in. Ah, bollocks, they've run away. Okay,
For battle. Commander. March. At
it's a
your
long
command.
way round, but
Kill the cowards.
right. And of course we're going to fight this. I mean, we could go for the auto resolve. Now I'm very, very tempted with that, because with that type of odds with the auto resolve, we may be able to destroy the army completely. They've got, but then we should really fight this. We've got missile superiority, so they should attack us. So I think we're going to fight this, guys, just for the sheer heck of it. Because if we can destroy their army, that will make a massive difference. Okay, try. Right, our army is coming in from over there, and they're going to be over there. So got a nice pinpoint here, and what we're going to do is put the Italian spearmen in the front, basically as almost as sacrificial. Actually, no. I'll put these guys back a bit so I can get a formation up. General here. Sockie, what are you good for? Yeah, you can form square. So I think you guys can form up on that side. These are Principes, they can receive cavalry. And we got these guys here. These are actually hoplites. Okay, and I think what we're going to do is have you here. And I'm going to start the battle. Now, I'm not going to advance until I've got my other army in position.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, I know. Now, these guys aren't going to be... I'm going to have to be very careful with my two generals.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yes, I know. Okay. What we're going to do is have all these slingers up. Get our slingers in position first. Bring these guys up on this flank. So I want to get the armies in position before I actually attack, because what I want to do is use the missile superiority to try and draw them in. Actually, what I could probably do is just move these guys forward a bit, and these as well. But I don't really want to trigger this army into attacking to these armies. This army is in position. Just going to speed up a bit, guys. Yeah, and I want you back here a bit. Right, we're now getting a bit of visibility on them. Okay. And I think what we're going to do is mix in these. I think these are the better. Yep. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to bring these guys forward. Oops, I've just hooked one of my slingers by accident. Right, we're going to slow the battle up now. We're going to start advancing the slingers forward. Okay, what we're going to do, oops, I'm going to have to disable that single move. Okay, General, I think you want you up on this side. Now we are going to trigger the... Okay. And we're going to move you guys forward. And disarm these guys forward as well.
Orders understood.
I'm just going to keep moving our slingers forward. Right. Like I said, I'm not going to rush this, because when they do cut loose, they're going to cut loose in grand style. Okay, let's start to form. Okay, append you to the end of the line. And I think we're just Terrari, and I want you guys like operating on the flank with the Terrari there. Okay, levy slingers forward. Keep moving them forward. Get this front line. I think we're going to just kind of move you a little bit that way. Right, they're coming at us. Need to be a bit careful now. Okay. Slingers fall back. You guys. Okay. Slingers off.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Get ready to receive elephants. Principes round that side, Terrari round that side. General, just keep up. Other general, you can. Okay. Keep hitting these elephants hard.
Our general is under attack.
Yep. Right, the elephant's breaking, but that doesn't mean anything because right, general, you after these guys. Italian spearmen start to roll into this side. Principes. Right, got these into this cavalry. Okay, slingers break out on this flank.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is
Right, you guys need to support this front. Okay. Okay. General, you guys get in here. You guys start to crush into these. You pull out this side. General in. Why are these guys still standing? Okay, men of Italia this way. Hey, let me slingers out.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Right. There's my other general over here. Form up wedge. Italian spearmen over here. Right, these guys are broken. We've got them now encircled. In with the charge, crack the war cry, and then we'll follow that up with an attack. Right, these guys are now breaking, and you guys now swift your focus onto these levy slingers. Get out that way. Right, you guys break over here. Let's starty over here. Okay.
The enemy general is dead.
Right. Okay. General, where are you? You're in the battle. Pull out, pull out. These guys are still steady. But we've now got them. They're breaking in. Oops, no, one of my units is breaking.
Our men flee the field of battle. This
Yep,
is a
I
shameful
need, was my general here. You need to get up and give moral support. You get up in here. I knew it was going to be a tough battle. I know I probably should have taken the auto resolve. I think you guys can stop firing and get out the way. I think you can all go over there because you're probably killing more of my troops than... Right. Right, we've now got battle rhythm. And you can fire, inspire. Starty come that way. Italian spearmen this way. Right. Socrates up here on this flank. Crush in on these guys. Right, these guys are breaking. And again, I want to completely crush this army. Let's continue. Come on, crush them completely. Got here, general. We got any enemy troops in here at all? Just get the experience going. Gonna. Wait, where's my other general? You go after these guys. You go after these. Make sure they're all dead. Whew. Any more of their troops running away? Who are you chasing? Oh, ha! Okay, I think that's it. Quick battle. End battle. And we've taken a lot of damage. Decisive victory. We've completely wiped out their army. We got our general here. He's got some rank. And I think we're enslaved the captives. And we can't reach this anything here, but what we're going to do is bring the two armies together. And we're going to get you back down here. And we've got a little bit of cash to spend. And what this army should be able to do is recruit. No, we don't have enough cash for it. Okay, Actually, no, I'm going to go one more turn, guys, just to see. Okay, we got.
Commander.
Right, guys, we got a commander. And the same again, we're going to give him Knight Commander. And we're going to go one more end turn. Right, Hidden Agent exposed. Okay.
Commander,
Yeah, Pappas,
At your command.
my faction leader. Okay, I want my faction leader to lead the siege on here.
For Rome.
And of course, we're going to
Laying
continue the
siege to
siege.
the settlement.
We'll bring this army up.
advance.
For death and honor.
And it says, still says, because we're got navy and another. Oh, where's that army come from?
Let them cower before Rome.
Where have they got the hidden army? Oh, they've got an army at sea. Okay. Ah, you cheating boogers. Okay. I don't know. Can you hire any mercenaries?
To battle.
These guys are in the water. I think we're going to just continue that siege for the moment, guys. And I've spent all my cash on this army, on mercenaries, so.
Commander,
And I've got no money at all at the moment. Okay, how many? 12. 12 turns to siege. Actually, if I. Okay, let's just try this.
march.
This is Legion 2. Okay, let's give them all the elite troops. Actually, let's keep giving it everything. Oops, no. Cancel that, cancel that, cancel that. Let's
On
bring
the move. Ready for orders.
done it the wrong way round again.
Once.
Keep on doing that. Getting the wrong army round. Do it that way. Cancel that. Cancel that.
Make haste, men.
For death and
So we've now got a full stack army here.
none will
And
escape.
if he does a night attack, right, that, and if I do a Pyrrhic victory, okay, this is a cheat, guys, but I want to do this. That gives me the best. I just don't want to fight that siege, and sometimes it just pays to do it that way. We've lost a couple of units. Our faction leader is damaged, but we can occupy this.
Commander,
And
at your command.
where's these mercs? Get rid of the mercenaries. These are my. And we lost a few units, but
Commander,
we've got our cash back up. We've now got Tarsus, which is damaged, and we've got this navy here, but we've got this army supporting.
for orders.
Ready for battle.
So I doubt if these guys are going to attack, but this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Sorry, that's a bit of a cheat, guys, but to be honest, fighting in there on a night attack would have been a long battle, and sometimes the auto resolve, even if you take the casualties, because obviously now we are going to consolidate these armies up a little bit to one, to conserve costs, and two, oops, no. Shift Control M, Control M, get that up here. So we got I mean, these guys have only 8. We've got 12. I don't want to consolidate these guys because they're my elite troops. Sicilian levies, we'll probably just get rid of those. It'd be cheaper to recruit new ones. And this army can now pull back to deal with public order. And you can start moving all the way up here, so that you can actually defend this frontier as it's building up. But this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. Now, I will say that destroying Epirus there, I had a vast amount of luck. Epirus coming out here and was able to destroy that major army before it did any damage. So this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.